My name's Rusty Sitton. I'm the Redneck boat guy. I build two-cylinder racing outboard boats. I build the props to go on them, and we also sail a 33-foot catamaran named See Y'all Later. Hope you enjoy the channel.
Well, good morning. This is Rusty back in the garage. You know, I wanted to correct something that I put up on the last prop video. I had said, when I was talking about 16-21 gear ratios, I got it right. You know, that's a reduction gear, 5 teeth off on a 16-21, but I said that the 21 teeth was on the pinion gear. And I realized it last night after I'd posted it, but I was too lazy to go back and re-film that part or fix it. But I kind of left it up thinking, okay, one of these internet guys is going to call me on that, right? That the smaller gears on the drive shaft and the ring gear on the prop shaft is the bigger gear, the 21 teeth and the 16 on the top. Otherwise, it'd have been a gear increase. Anyway, I figured the internet police would have got me on that one, but they haven't yet. Of course, it hadn't been up that long. But I wanted to add a little bit of something this morning on props. One of the things, you know, we talked about diameter, pitch progression, blade area, things like that. But one of the things that I'm going for on this blade is I want to have the acceleration of a round blade. You can see that if you did that, right, that's going to be a little round blade. And the top end of a cleaver. So I'm kind of going for the best of both worlds with this blade pattern. It hadn't totally proven itself out yet, but I'm having some pretty good luck with it. Man, you know, there's so many blade patterns that work. You know, straight cleaver versus round blade. Out through the years, it's always been a thing. You know, straight cleaver. It's got a little more top end. It's got that little 1 mile an hour on the big end that a round blade doesn't have. But a round blade handles the boat real good out of the corners, and it really accelerates, you know, coming out of the turns. Well, that's always been the case, and I think why this prop ran out so good on top end was that it doesn't have a ton of pitch progression, but it happens to be just the right blade area so that it can spin up and come out. Plus, I love the rake angle on the leading edge on this prop. You know, it's got quite a bit of scoop up this way, and some props don't have that. In fact, when I started building that little 4-blade, it was just kind of a flat little blade. Didn't have much rake angle at all. But what I'm going for in props, and you know, we'll get into more and more detail later on, but what I'm going for, since we've only got a 1 speed lower unit, right? You can't shift it. What I'm going for, you know, with a prop is to make it where it will spin and come out hard out of the corners, yet lock in more and more and more, kind of like be a 2-speed prop. And this prop right here was as close as I ever had to anything like that. And for years I've been wondering why and how it did that. When we first ran this, we were running against a real boat builder back in the day, triple threat team, David Baker. I was running with Wayne Larimore back then, and I remember right after we got this prop, we were running against him, and David was talking about, you know, David always he brags on everybody else but himself, and I tell you what, David Baker's a fine feller, has really contributed to the boat race community. There's a lot of David Baker boats out there, and anyway, Wayne was running against David with this particular prop in the 25 class. And we went down talking to him, and, you know, after the races, having fun. And David said, well, if you see that T40 come up beside of you on the outside, coming out of the turn, just pull the kill switch. He said, it's over. Of course, that was fun. It was nice. David always ran real good. But that was this prop right here. This thing here, buddy, it come out of the corners like a wildfire. And I guess because of the lower pitch progression, it would run on out on the top end. So I think it's real key to have something that'll top end well without building a bunch of pitch progression in it, so that it will have that top end as well. I like a little bit of a narrower end on this thing. I think that lets that prop spin up a little bit better. It's not a cleaver. Got a big old blade for water acceleration coming across there, and it's nice and open on this front end, like I said. So anyway, I've looked at this prop a lot over the years, and it's an X409 D-Wall, and I'm gonna send it back to him. Maybe, like I say, have a blade put on there, and maybe make me another one, maybe a little bit more pitch or less pitch or something. So I'll have a couple of them. Because man, that guy, Craig and Dave D-Wall, they have took prop building to a whole new level. Super impressed with them. I've talked with probably Craig more than I have Dave, but he used to run against Dave in the Mercury Challenge back in the day, and him and Bob Austin was always bad to the bone. Well, I wanted to talk about this morning, like I say, I wanted to correct what I had said on the gear ratios, and wondering how many people had noticed that, and probably several have, but nobody's responded. If you like what I'm doing here, respond on the website. I mean, not on the website, on the channel. If you will, put some kind of note on there that if you liked it or not, or if you'd rather see this or that, and we'll get into props. And I've got a lot of what I think I know about that in props, and that's coming up. But primarily in this video, I wanted to, like I say, correct my little error there. And I am looking for comments. Like I say, I kind of halfway left it last night, thinking, oh, somebody will see that and they'll realize that what I said there was a little bit backwards. I grew up on my job. I was a construction estimator, right? We'd get a bid package, and I'd look at all the plans and all that, and I'd estimate how many hours, it would take to do that job and what the material cost, and we'd put in a bid for it. So note the term estimator, okay? I'm not an exactor. I'm an estimator. And, I'm going to probably make mistakes. I'm going to say little stuff that, isn't just right. And, if you want to turn the channel off over that, you might as well not watch me, because I'm sure we're going to make little errors. But if you don't penalize me on it, I'll sure be happy about that. And I try to be happy and friendly, and hope everything works out. So anyway, enjoy what I'm putting out, if you will, and we'll continue our prop work and our explanation of a lot of different things. Man, I want to get on into it, but I want to save each one. I want to make sure I do each segment justice, okay? So anyway, that's all for this little one. Talk to you later on. Subscribe, like, hit one of them buttons down there, another, if it's something that you think you like, and you want to see the rest of it coming up. All right, it's Rusty in the Redneck Garage. See y'all later.